Hi everybody, my name is Jo Miller. If you haven't been paying attention, that's fine. Now's the time to start paying attention. Thank you everyone so much for being here. Thank you to our dignitaries, of course. Future Governor Steve Sweeney, I just have to gush for a second, because Senator Nielsen Cruz Perez we're spoiled in Woodbury because she is just phenomenal in the Senate and also just the sweetest, most amazing person in the world. And if any of us grow up to be anything like her, I'm talking about myself because I'm still young. That's all I want. And then, of course, Assemblyman Bill Spearman. Assemblyman Bill Moen can't be here with us. He's got a new baby, and they're so cute. Thank you to our commissioner board members who made it, to our surrogate for coming, and one of our future commissioners. Tomorrow? 2 days? 2 days. 2 days. 2 days, and we can call you Commissioner Matt. All right. Thank you to my family for being here. My mom, my dad, my brother Sean, brother Chris couldn't be here tonight. Nick, your family. I don't care what you say. We live together, so thank you. Emily, you're also family, so you count. And of course, my partner Mel. Thank you for coming. And then thank you to the people of Woodbury who are here. Thank you so much for putting together just an incredible board of people. It's just an honor to get to work with each and every one of you. You all bring so many different things to the table. You know, when we talk about representative democracy, like, this is what we're talking about. This is a board that looks like Woodbury. This is a board that talks like Woodbury. This is a board that's going to get things done for Woodbury. So, a lot of people don't know this. So I'm neurodivergent, right? So like, I need all of these scripts to know what to do all the time. That includes these kind of things. So like, thank everyone when you get up. Then you're supposed to talk about all the great things you're gonna do. I don't really feel like doing that right now. So I'm transgender. I'm the first transgender Democrat elected to municipal office in the state. And last week, to close out the year, another trans person was murdered. This is something that happens more weeks than not in this country. Her name was Megan Riley Lewis. And she's actually from Bel Air, Maryland, which, if you know me, you know I spend a lot of time there because that's where my partner's from. She's been described as a pillar of light in her community. She has... One of the scripts you're supposed to follow is every time something sad happens, you have a moment of silence, but I'm really tired of them. They happen too often, and every time they happen, they mean less and less. And this is a person who was really a person of action. When she knew that there were trans folks that weren't going to have anywhere to go for the holiday, she opened up her home just a few weeks ago and welcomed people in. She was a mother of 2. She was killed right outside of her apartment after being misgendered, after being accosted, after just the exact same thing we see time and time again. And so I don't want to do another moment of silence. I want to do a moment of action for somebody who tried to live that way. Something that happened when the police reports came out, they misgendered her. They called her by the wrong name, and that was all despite the fact that she had legally changed her name. Now that's a step I haven't even taken. You know, a lot of people who live their lives as transgender, they don't get to that step yet. It takes a lot to get there. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of time. And she had done that, and yet she still was disrespected when she died. And so I want to make sure that never happens in Woodbury. So, Chief Ryan, I want you to know one of the first things on my agenda with this new year is to make sure that never happens in Woodbury, that we have the right procedures, that when that we use preferred names, that we use preferred pronouns in police reports. So whatever we have to do that, that's first on the list. But it's not all bad. One of the reasons I know who this person is because I've gotten to do a lot with the Victory Institute this last year. I've got to work with this just incredible network of LGBTQ plus people in politics throughout the country who are all doing this incredible work, who are all inspiring me every day to keep going. A lot of them knew Megan. I unfortunately never got to know her in life, but every day we have a chance to try and build that tomorrow that we deserved when we were kids. And so that's why I'm so grateful to Woodbury, because in 2019, when I was looking for somewhere to live, before I was even out, before I was even knew who I was, Woodbury said, "You are welcome to be here." There were pride flags all over the streets. There were little welcome stickers in a lot of the businesses, and it made it clear that even if I didn't know who I was, Woodbury was a place where I could have a future. And so I want to make sure that that's the case for every single person who passes through Woodbury, whether it's somebody who has lived here their entire lives, or whether it's somebody who decides to move here, or whether it's somebody who passes through on the GCL, because I see our friends who don't like the GCL here, and I just cannot wait for that train to come. It is going to open up so many possibilities for the people that live here, for the people who come through. And that's the kind of things that you get to do when you get to represent your community. Harvey Milk said, it's great to have, it's not enough to have friends in positions of power. You need the people that you're trying to legislate for. The rest of the state needs to do what Woodbury's doing. I mean, look at this board. It is incredible. And if we can do that in the rest of the state, where you've got some, 5,000 elected positions, less than 1% of those are held by LGBTQ plus people in the state. I don't need to tell you that there's a whole heck of a lot more LGBTQ people than 1%. So I'm the first for right now, but I'm not the last. And I'm just really excited to get to work with you all. Thanks.